Hello everyone, this is Abigail Perella with Sparkling Shine Guidance. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about how to use the planets to your benefit, how to use what's happening out there and using it to plan your year, as opposed to being like, oh, Mercury retrograde is happening right now, it's affecting me. Instead, you can be like, okay, here's when the Mercury retrogrades are going to be happening for the year, and here's how I'm planning my year, and here's where this Mercury retrograde is happening in my own chart. There are many times where something like a Mercury retrograde or a Venus retrograde can actually be a huge benefit to utilize and work with. So when we're talking about these things, one of the best ways to plan with the planets is to get your planetary planner. And today is the day where they are going to be available on my website in a digital format for 2023. So I'm celebrating on this Venus day that the planetary planner is complete, and the 2023, it's the fourth year of the planetary planner. It's available in paper version and in a digital format on my website. So if you live in the United States, that's going to be the most applicable for the time frames for each of the new and full moons and things like that. But even if you're international, the digital format for the planner, the planetary planner, is a great way to utilize the planets to plan with what's happening. So we just got done with a new moon in Sagittarius. And so one of the things that's so phenomenal to look at is where the new moon is happening in your chart. Now, each new moon is going to happen in a different house in your chart. And to understand that and to recognize that everything has a season, we are not meant to be in push mode all the time. We are not meant to be in this very masculine energy. And so the planetary planner is a great way to be in sync with both your masculine and your feminine. We had a very masculine, Sagittarius is a masculine sign. Now you want to look to what house it was happening for you, because those houses have a masculine or feminine essence to them. So if it was happening in your fourth house, which it was for me, it's a very feminine energy. Actually, it's a watery energy, and it's about intuition. So utilizing that masculine planning energy to create something very feminine and intuitive is a great way to marry that energy of the divine feminine, the divine masculine. So when we're looking at planning with this energy, we really want to look at where you have a lot of that masculine energy in your chart to push forward, to really materialize those goals, to do the actions necessary to move things forward. And then we want to utilize the more feminine times for our intuition, receiving information, receiving the downloads, receiving the next steps for your business, receiving the next steps for your relationship. All of those things, we have to be in really good relationship, no matter what your gender is, around those more masculine hits and those more feminine hits, so that we're not overwhelming ourselves and that we're not burning out. We need those periods of rest and integration. The biggest and most successful points in our life will come after a period of rest and integration. We are not meant to be pushing forward all the time. So if you want to learn way more than what I can say in this live, definitely check out the Planetary Planner. If you want the shipped version, the paper shipped version, if you're in the United States, this weekend is the last chance to order that before, to get it in time for the winter solstice. Every year I start the planner. This is the fourth year of the planner. Every year I start the planner at the winter solstice, because it is the dark of the dark. It is the feminine. It is the seed. It is the energy of rest and integration. And it is the best time to visualize and get in the energy of getting even bigger for the future, for the next year. I don't personally subscribe to the new year energy. I really think the winter solstice is this. So this is the way I look at it, is that winter is the seed, spring is the flower, summer is the juicy fruit, and then fall time is the compost. So we've been in this time of releasing, integrating, letting go of certain things in our life, letting go of failures, letting go of successes, from this past year, looking at it and releasing and shifting and sorting and just letting things die and go and allowing that integration process. So when we get to this winter solstice, it is the time of the seed. We really want to take that seed and we want to put it deep in the deep darkness of the earth, so that for the spring and the summer, we're in that flourishing energy. We're in that growth energy. This is not a time of really necessarily starting big new things. So we want to utilize the energy at the time that it's going to be most fruitful. And oftentimes in our culture, we've been taught to just push forward, just keep going, move and make the moves in our life and hustle harder. But when we start to utilize the energies of the seasons, we start to see that there is a time for everything. And depending on your astrological birth chart, your winter season might be at the top of your chart. And so it might be more of a time where you're sharing that energy with the world, where you're really being seen on the world stage, if that makes sense. However, for other people, it's going to be at different places in their chart. So understanding that we have all the seasons in our own natal chart, and we have certain planets in those seasons. So when we start to really work with this energy, I know this is a lot for some of you. When we start to really work with this energy, we start to understand both that masculine go, act, move, and that feminine rest, integrate, receive the information, receive the next steps in your process, in your journey, and really be in that intuitive, visual space for setting the next steps for yourself. So that visionary process is such a huge part of the Planetary Planner. It's available now on my website, and I have both the digital version that will be up later today. I needed to take a break from final edits. I need to take a little break. And the paper version is available through the weekend to get it in time for the winter solstice, which is next month. So thank you all for being here. I hope you take good care of yourselves. And in this last little bit of the compost season, fall, as we move into winter, really be in that energy of release, purification, anything you can do to really tap into the part of you that knows what needs to be let go of still in this last month of the year and this last month of fall time. So reach out if you have any questions about the Planetary Planner or anything else that I shared, and I hope you take good care of yourselves.